Hi, my name is Mike Zart, and today I'm here to talk to you about record retention policies. There are plenty of business-related reasons to keep a record retention policy, but today we're going to talk about the legal reasons. Primarily, a good record retention policy serves as a litigation preparedness tool, and it'll do two things for you in the event that your business is sued. First, you want to know what records you've retained and where you've retained them. This might seem like a pretty straightforward requirement, but it can get even the biggest corporations in trouble. Fairly recently, Morgan Stanley was sued, and in the course of litigation, they were asked to produce certain records that they retained electronically. They searched and were unable to find those records, and as a result, they lost their lawsuit. On top of losing their suit, they lost an additional claim for discovery abuse. Their total damages were $1.4 billion, so this is an important area. On top of that, a good record retention policy will also make sure that you don't have records that could be potentially harmful for your company in the case of litigation. There was a recent case for a Wall Street worker. She was suing her employer for wrongful termination for $9 million. Over the course of litigation, an email turned up between two members of her management. They called her fat, ugly, and said she was bad at her job. You can imagine how well this email went over with a jury. Not only did she get her $9 million, she got $20 million on top of that in punitive damages. So the lesson here is that you want to make sure your record retention policy retains only the documents you need and only for as long as you need to retain them. So now that we've established why record retention policies are important, how do we go about implementing a good policy? Well, the first step is identifying what you need to retain and how long you need to retain it. And this is where a good law firm like Foster Swift can add a lot of value to your business. You want a law firm that has expertise in a wide variety of areas. A lot of people will go online and think that record retention policies are a one-size-fits-all item. And that's where a lot of people run into trouble. There are certain records you will retain just by virtue of being a business and having employees. For example, tax returns, financial statements, payroll records. But this is only a good place to start. You really want to get at what documents apply to your specific industry. Do you have to file reports with the FDA? Maybe you have to file environmental reports with the EPA. If you're an exporter, you have specific export regulations that impose additional document retention requirements. So you want a law firm that has experts in all these various areas that can quickly identify what you need to keep and how long you need to keep it. Once you have that done, you're only halfway there. You need to make sure that you're implementing your record retention policy effectively. This not only means that you have a set day over the course of the year where you get all your employees together, you identify what you need to keep, what goes into long-term storage, what items in long-term storage can you destroy. You also need to identify what items might be kept outside of your official record book. So how old are the files that your employees keep in their desk drawers? Did somebody make a copy of an important document? If so, did they make any notes in the margins? What are employees keeping in their personal email folder? If they go into the deleted inbox, do they get deleted automatically after a certain period of time, or are they retained indefinitely? These are all areas where you might think you have a good set of official corporate records, but there are documents that exist outside of your corporate record book that could get you in trouble. And again, this is where a law firm like Foster Swift can really help you. You don't want an 8-page legal memorandum that cites 36 different statutes and limitations. You want a law firm that has done this before, knows the real-world practical implementations that can give you advice as to, here's what you need to do, here are the issues you need to look out for, and here's what will keep you out of trouble in the event that you're sued. Again, if you take one thing away from this video, it's the importance of being proactive. It's a lot easier to take the time, set this up initially, get a good record retention policy in place and follow it religiously than it is to scramble in the event that you're sued, try to find what documents you need, try to remember where you've kept them, or even worse, end up paying a large money damage because you just can't find what you need. So if you have any questions on this topic, if you need additional guidance, please feel free to contact me or any of our attorneys at Foster Swift.